Hail Metal Nation, it is I, Tim, and I'm here with Mike, and this is a metal promo review where we take metal promos that have been sent to us and review them and decide how many ears we intend to devote to the item being promoed. But no one's new here, so everyone knew that. All right, here we go. Start off loud. WARDRESS new album to be released by Black Sunset in early 2023. Originally formed back in 1983 and reformed in 2018, German heavy metalers WARDRESS, that's WARDRESS, have the follow-up to their 2019 album Dress for War in the can. In the meantime, they have also found a label and will release the new long player via Black Sunset /MDD in the first quarter of next year. You can expect 8 songs of sawing riffs and anthemic melodies. Anthemic melodies. Heavy metal in its purest form, classic, original, and yet timeless, which you can hear the preference for NWOBHM.
Okay.
That's it. That's the whole thing. No, I'm guessing this is the first press release that just mentions this album. But they have a band photo, and they're all wearing black pants, various t-shirts, various vests. I'm counting 2 denim vests, and then they're also holding various weapons, including a sword, a spiked bat, and a battle axe. And they're standing in front of a drum kit in like an old mill, and there's 2 Marshall full stacks on either side of them, and they got a Gibson Flying V, it appears.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at their Metal Archives page.
As you should. I neglected to bring it up.
So Kaiman Roggenbuck on guitars, in addition to being in WARDRESS, is in Stage War. So I feel like he just really likes war as a concept. Also, the art for their first album, Dress for War, is...
I have thoughts about this first album title, but address the artwork first.
It's as unintimidating as humanly possible. I don't know how to put it. It's like it says WARDRESS, Dress for War, and then there's like I don't even know it. I wouldn't call him peeved, like a peeved Viking, but he doesn't even really look that mad because his eyes aren't really into it. So maybe he's just more like pretending to be menacing.
Well, it looks like he's grinning.
Yeah, like it's like the angry face that you would give to a child. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you don't want to be too authentic with your rage, so you tone it way down. That's what it looks like.
So they were formed in '83, and their first album came out in 2019. And for some reason, they wrote here that there's only 200 copies of it.
You can see the pixelation in the forest in the background on the cover art.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
God damn it.
But Dress for War? I mean, like, are you clothing yourself for war in like armor and stuff? Or is it like a gown that you wear to war?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, clad for war, like at least
it's part of the ambiguity of English that, perhaps this works better in German.
Yeah, like Dress for War is way too gentle of a word.
Right.
Dress is too gentle of a word for war.
I like clad for war. That's better. And then they could change the band's name to Warclad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Free advice from 2 guys you don't know. Oh, and it's WARDRESS-metal.com. All right. So, judging by everything you've heard here about WARDRESS, are you going to give them a listen with their new album.
I mean, I can't say I'm not curious. I'll give it an ear because there's so much that I have questions about. I mean, so 83, and when did they reform?
2018, and judging by this photo, there's only one original guy. Is that they don't even list their past members?
Yeah, so it's like,
yeah, this Eric Eisen guy is the vocalist, and he started in question mark until 1986, and then 2018 to present. I'm guessing. I mean, there's a lot of young guys in this photo. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. So how long is that between inception to debut LP?
Oh, I can't math right now. It's late. I know the Germans are like, you can't math right now.
That's 36 years.
4 a.m. 36 years. Holy crap!
Before their first album came out.
Must be amazing. And then the new one they only had a year to write. Or two.
Yeah, it's got to be all trash.
Right.
Unless they're like Jesper Stromblad and they just had.
Oh yeah, they just wrote it all.
It's 17 albums in their pocket.
I like it. So they if you showed me everything except for this promo photo, I probably would give them a quarter of an ear. But I think this photo is so good of them in this warehouse or mill or whatever with their implements of destruction, the metal horns, and his Chuck Taylor's. You know, I'm gonna go all in on 1 1/4 ear.
I have to.
Yes.
Okay, there's a song title on the first album called Mad Raper. Not Reaper. Raper. And I was thinking maybe it's a typo, but the chorus is Mad Raper Soul Breaker, Life Taker, Dead Maker, Mad Raper.
That's got to be one of the 80s songs.
Oh my God.
All right, moving right along.
Okay.
A message. I realize these aren't like your traditional promos, but yeah, these just press releases are catching my eye. So a message from Terrantist, Iranian metal band, drops new single Revolution. All right, buckle in. This one's long.
Wait, how do you spell this?
Tarantist.
Okay.
I'm also going to type it in.
I
already forgot it. How it's too many.
Metal Archives has some interesting information on them so far.
What, like lyrical themes, politics, people, fun?
Location Tehran early, Los Angeles later. This is interesting. It's you know. Huh.
All right. Thousands of years ago, at the direction of Cyrus the Great, Iran became the cradle of human rights, the first cradle of human rights in the world. Yet the nation's current rulers have the greatest animosity for human rights and freedom. Mass murder and genocide with war weapons by the terrorist regime of Iran has been happening inside the country specifically since late September 2022. I feel like that's way more recent than it should be. After murdering hashtag Masa Amini by the government of Iran. The entire nation, inside and outside of Iran, are raising and protesting to change the current situation now. And after a violent crackdown of protesters by authorities, protests soon changed its nature to a revolution. Women are leading this movement, claiming freedom and their basic rights. Many ordinary people, young students from middle school to university, artists, journalists, athletes, and etc., have been arrested, and most of them have been sentenced to the death penalty. Prisoners include young and minor girls. Oh, all right, maybe I'm going to edit this one out. This is too sad. There's another R bomb.
Oh boy.
I mean, I support this, but I prefer not to put it in the thing. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. OROB. Oh no. All right. Moving right along. I bet you're going to have many comments about this. OROB. Aube Noir. Progressive black metal. Atmospheric from France.
OROB.
OROB. Like Arab, but with the O's.
Or Rob. Maybe.
Or Ob.
Or Ob.
All right. Self-released out December 14th, 2021. The oldest shit. All right. Digital.
Delayed.
Yep. Digital and CD, progressive black metal, atmospheric from France, trackless, spectral, astral, breaking of the bones, Petula, the Wanderer, Noir, Aube. A-U-B-E. In French it's probably Aube. Ethereal, The Great Fall. Lineup, Thomas Garcia, Pierre-Henri Boisvert. On this album, OROB is Pierre-Henri Boisvert Foresto, Olivier Molina, Thomas Luc Garcia, Johan Temeriu, and Andrea Tanzi Albi. For fans of Enslaved, Shamash, Ved Buenzenda, Opeth, Secrets of the Moon. New video released on the 5th of December 2022, so it took them a year to put out the music video. French progressive black metal act OROB is back with Aube Noir. Its first LP, founded in 2010, OROB quickly built itself a solid sound of its own. It comes through a heavy and misty black metal, switching from majestic atmospheres to abrasive riffing and hypnotic clean guitars, borrowing the powerful rock and roll structures of Enslaved, mixing them with the avant-garde madness of bands such as Code or SUP, and a dose of nearly gothic, doomish coldness. They carved their path through 2 EPs and shows with influential acts such as Solstafir, Carnival and Cole, Dagobah, and many more. The story of Aube Noir. I want to say Obe, but I doubt it's Obe. Noir starts where Into the Room of Perpetual Echoes ends. It takes the form of a 1-hour-long concept album, 9 epic titles pushing further the progressive limits of the combo. A great fresco of hope and despair about nature, progress, and the stories we build to make sense of our existence. Aube Noir was written by OROB between 2014 and 2016. Recorded by Dismal Sound Studios in 2017 in Albi, France. Mixed and mastered by Laurent Brier in 2017. Artwork by Roman Lucille Draws Garcia. Vocal by Dimitri D. Meat Engman. Additional vocals by Julie Doctor on Ethereal and The Great Fall. orob.bandcamp.com. And they have their promo photo is just, a live photo. It looks exactly like every black metal, progressive black metal live photo. And have you seen the artwork?
Yeah, like truth be told, on paper, this is my jam. Just looking at pure aesthetics, everything looks very good to me. I'm very, very curious.
Let me describe this artwork. It's I don't even know how to do this. It looks like a painting, but not an extremely detailed one, right? And it's like a dark figure in a white cloak with a staff with branches coming out of it and 2 shadowy people behind him. And
it's Druid Kylo Ren.
Perfect.
It's with a white cloak and a
and then for the album title, it looks to me like they're like, what would Devin Townsend use? What font would he use? Let's use that. Right?
Yeah, that's about right.
The logo is not very black metal. It's I don't know. It's like they wrote the name without lifting the pencil.
Yeah. Well, like the O's kind of look almost like clocks. And then the R, everything else is like super angular. Yeah, yeah. On paper, this is totally my jam. I'm very curious about this.
Oh, is that a full 2 ears?
That's a full 2 ears.
Wow.
I give it a full 2 ears.
I'm very, very worried for fans of Opeth, because that is meaningless now.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the only thing that made me pause.
Yeah,
but
for fans of a bunch of whiny assholes who don't respect other people's tastes in music and didn't want to bother rebranding their band after he decided he didn't like good music anymore. That's what that says.
Fucking Ackerfeld, man. Ugh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's interesting. The only thing that's weird about this whole thing to me is they like made a point to say that it was written over 5 years ago, and it was recorded 5 years ago, and then they sat on it until last year, and now they're just getting around to making the music video. So, if you're ever worried that ISENMOR is taking its sweet ass time releasing stuff, it's a good thing. Go be a fan of this band, OROB Noir, and you'll appreciate how quickly we can do things.
To be fair, there was a 3-year gap between recording and release.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, for the ISENMOR album, Shield Brother. Link in the description below. Anyway, I'm gonna give it 1 ear.
All right.
Like I said, I worry about the Opeth thing. They name drop Solstafir, which also worries me because I'm one of the. I know lots of people who like Solstafir, and I just don't get it. It's not that I don't like them; it's just that I don't get it. All right. Let's find one last one.
Find the one for SIGH, Shiki.
What?
SIGH, the band SIGH, put out a new album called Shiki.
Oh, I don't know if I have that one.
Oh, come on, man.
Is this a mic request for a promo review?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
All right. It spells Shiki.
Yeah, the band is SIGH, SIGH. The album is Shiki, SHIKI.
That's some Japanese word?
Yes, they're a Japanese band.
Yeah, well, I know who SIGH is. So
okay.
What I'm looking for is one of those websites that just straight up posts press releases. So, because a lot of these, too many reviews. I don't care about your reviews.
Hey, hold up. This is from Peaceville. I just linked it in our chat.
Oh, now I have to read off the monitor. Let's see. Cult Japanese black metal legends SIGH have announced details of their new album Shiki to be released on 26th August on Peaceville. Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. Thank you.
No problem.
Shiki, an opus of dark and eclectic black and heavy metal shrouded in traditional Eastern influences, marks the latest chapter in the SIGH legacy and includes some of the band's heaviest and darkest materials for some years. A fine hybrid at times, primitive black metal akin to early influence such as Celtic Frost, amid more epic melodic heavy metal riffing and solos. It will take you on a journey through the strange and the psychedelic. There's the word I was looking for. Incorporating a whole electric mix of genre styles and experimentation throughout their career, highlighting that SIGH has remained a vital creative force in the avant-garde field whilst maintaining their old school roots. And then there's a Oh, they got a what's this, an animated
like a lyric video or something?
Illustrated video is what they're calling it. Oh man, this one's pretty long. Quote: "The song is kind of a culmination of what SIGH have been up to. Whistle scream, throat singing, Uriah Heep like vocal harmonies, vocoder, flute solo, shakuhachi solo, Hammond solo, and the great guitar solo by Fred. It's got everything." I think they're talking about the first single, Mayo Naka no Kai.
Yeah.
Although it's only a 5-minute song, it's a very dramatic song with many aspects. The title stands for a strange incident at midnight and is based on an actual weird experience I had. Long story short, I experienced midnight twice in one night. Interesting. I did that too, but I was on a plane. You can read the details at the end of the video. We have been working with Costin for a long time, so we were 100% sure that he'd be the best guy to visualize my eerie experience. And how did it turn out? You all see for yourselves. End quote. Mirai Kawashima. The word shiki itself has various meanings in Japanese, such as 4 seasons, time to die, conducting an orchestra, ceremony, motivation, color. The 2 primary themes for the album are 4 seasons and time to die. The concept and artwork is based around a traditional Japanese poem, and on Shiki, Mirai explores how at this stage of life he himself is going through autumn, with winter coming soon, and so empathizes with the contrasting sentimental feelings from watching cherry blossoms, symbol of spring, in full bloom. And yeah, there's a whole bunch more.
Yes.
Let's stop there.
Okay. 500 years.
Well, here's my problem with this.
Yes.
It's this first paragraph is wrong. I think a much better description of what SIGH sounds like is in this quote for the single. If you go in expecting black metal, primitive black metal and Celtic Frost, that's the only thing they put in there. They also say heavy metal riffing. You're going to be fucking pissed when you hear the whistle, the vocoder, the Uriah Heep, the shakuhachi solo, the Hammond organ. You're going to be pissed off. So that's my problem with the promo.
Okay. I'm going to push back, and this is using information outside of this promo. Information outside of the promo. So my introduction to SIGH was Imaginary Sonicscape, which I think a lot of people have heard. It's very like hippie. It's very psychedelic, and lots of organ and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's totally psychedelic.
Yeah, but if you listen to
metal. Go on,
if you listen to quite a bit of their other stuff, like outside of Imaginary Sonicscape, they are not that psychedelic regularly. Not like that album. So, like, if you listen to the album Hangman's Hymn. It's actually like, at least the first song is like super heavy. So it actually may not be wrong. They are more blistering than it appears when they want to be.
My thing about SIGH is that they throw everything at the wall.
Yes, that is true.
And they are probably the best at it.
Yes.
But you gotta lead with avant-garde and not cult black metal.
That is true. They're definitely more.
It's just incorrect. You fucked up, Peaceville. I know you're trying to sell a record, but people are gonna probably you know how open-minded black metal fans are. They're not gonna want to listen to. They're going to be pissed when they think they bought a black metal album, when they bought an avant-garde black metal album. So
fair enough.
Anyway, that being said, they had me at SIGH 2 years.
Yep, 500 ears.
So that's a grand total of 502 ears. Well, this was a short one. We blasted right through it.
Dude, fucking
we were very efficient.
Yo Oshima was in the band, and he was in the band Cadenza, and he's not in the band anymore. The fuck, man?
Boo.
This is some bullshit. What a tragedy.
Well,
anyway.
Now that you brought us all down, let's get out of here. Until next time, Metal Nation, where'd that word go? Keep it Shakasuki!
Yeah, so some of the first metal albums I ever listened to, I had Gorguts Obscura, I had Imaginary Sonicscape by SIGH, I had Immolation Failures for Gods. So it does not, I don't find it surprising now that I like weird ass shit as a more seasoned metalhead.
All I had is Metallica.